What's up, guys? Jeremy here from rcnightmare.com, bringing you my final review of the Redcat Racing Mirage Sandrail, which is a 1/8 scale buggy-ish, sand buggy as they call it. And in part one of the review, we're just going to go over some of the specs, run over my somewhat infamous running video by now, where the plastics just didn't hold up to a mildly large jump. The buggy weighs just under 6 pounds, comes ready to run with a 2574 kb brushless motor, capable up to 3S, and it even comes with a 3S battery right out of the box. Obviously, forward and reverse, and your standard, kind of ready to run steering servo, and water resistant electronics. So overall, I thought the buggy was really fun. I mean, I was a little disappointed with the closeness to similar buggies like the Exoterra or Ecoterra, however you want to pronounce it, and some of the plastics issue, but it definitely was fast. And let's get on to my final scoring of this buggy.
What's up, everybody? Jeremy here, finishing off the review. So now that you've kind of seen the specs and a little bit of the running video, this is what's left of the Redcat Mirage. It's kind of become a famous running video. I tried to put off this final review as long as I could because I was waiting on some replacement parts, but they just still haven't come. And at the price point of this kit, I think it was like $350 or $399. I kind of decided that I would rather put my money into reviewing a couple new kits than fixing this one up for a couple more hours of runtime. I feel like I got enough time into it that I can give you a very fair and accurate score on it. So I'm going to keep score right on my sheet right next to me as I go through my 7 new categories. So in the first category of durability, obviously you saw from the running video, I will give this thing, I'd give it a 1, but I don't think that's totally fair because it wasn't like I was just driving down the gravel and it exploded. I mean, I think a 2 is fair. From what I could see, the electronics in this thing's actually pretty good. It packed tons of punch running on 3S. I felt like it was plenty fast. And given the value, I mean, yeah, it's not really programmable. Yeah, it's not this or that. But for a ready-to-run 8th scale, they call it 8th scale. I'd say it's more like 10th scale plus, maybe 9th scale. Ready to run brushless, it's very solid. I think I would give it a 4 out of 5 on that. What else can you expect in a ready to run, right? Overall value. Now, value is tough because I try to look at it like, okay, well, what did I get for my money? And so at the price point where this is, you get a lot of bang for your buck. You get a fast kit. You get, cool looking kit. I mean, obviously people will call it an Axial Exoterra kind of clone. I don't like to use the word ripoff, but overall, I think the value of this, being what it is, when you compare it against, like, let's say an Exoterra, ready to run, being, probably $100 more. I still think it's very similar to the Apache C1. I know people will argue one way or the other, but it's $150 cheaper than that. Overall, as my dog walks in here, I think that I'd give the value a 3. I think it performed a little weaker than I thought it would for, all the hype that the guy from Redcat gave me. But overall, I thought it was fine. Fun factor, I'm going to score it again here a very fair 3. I think, had I not, these shocks are absolutely garbage, just cheap. The plastics are very thin. It's a known issue with them. People say, well, if you get one on the second run, they're generally better. Well, I didn't. So this is my experience. I can't review something based on not having it, based on their tech telling me, well, the new ones are fixed. This is the one I have. So I think let's say if I stuck $100 into it, upgraded the shocks with something, and upgraded the plastics, at least around the A-arms and stuff, this would be a pretty fun little kit. Again, which brings me then to part support, which I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I went along the lines of like Hobby King type part support. I won't say it's impossible to get parts, but I will say it's very difficult to figure it out. I mean, you got to download the manual, you got to call them up, and you got to order it. And obviously, if you didn't purchase it like directly from Redcat, sometimes you have to deal with a really crummy dealer or an online vendor. It can be very difficult, and the wait times for parts, while better, are still not what I'd like to see. I think with any kit that I can't go into a hobby store and buy the parts, you're not going to get better than a 3 here. So, I mean, 2's 2, you know. Uniqueness, well, it's hard because do I knock them down basically for cloning the Exoterra and say, well, it's just not unique at all? That's one way to do it, and I could give it a 1 and say, hey, well, it's a total clone. But I'm going to go the other way and be a little understanding of it. I think if this thing's running, it's not broken down, and you're at the park with a bunch of other kits, I think this is an eye catcher. I think it looks cool. I think it's very, very solid. I'll give it a 3. I'd give it a 4 if it wasn't basically a clone of 2 existing kits out there. And then upgradability. Again, this one, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2. You can't go to a hobby store and buy hop-ups. There's not a lot of like aftermarket part support. There's kind of stuff that you can, by hook or by crook, upgrade it. But, overall, I thought this kit had a lot of potential that it just didn't live up to. Giving it a final score, let's see, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 17, 19. So with the new format that I'm scoring things, a score of 25 to 30 is in the, 30 to 35 is a would recommend, right? That means like it's a kit that I loved. I will tell people to spend their hard-earned money on it. Then you get a solid kit where I think I feel totally fine spending my hard-earned money on it. Then you've got like a needs improvement. That's 26 to 29, and then needs improvement at 22 to 25, which is like, it's okay. I wouldn't choose to buy it again, but if you're willing to put a little work into it, it could be a serviceable kit. And then there's stay away, and that's anything 21 and below. This scored a 19, so it didn't score a 15 or a 10, so it's not like don't ever touch it. But I think it's solidly in the would not recommend category or stay away category. I think Redcat has come a long way from where they were a few years ago, but they still have a long way to go. I feel bad because, they're, I think it's their CEO, their president, was very excited to have me check this kit out. And unfortunately for him, maybe it was just bad luck and it just was, happened to be that way. But, I mean, look, here's the reality. There is a lot of debate in the running video about how, crazy that jump was, that, I should expect my stuff to break. Well, that's BS. I mean, if you go and look at any of my running videos where, like, for example, Brandon and I were doing stampedes where we're just nonstop triple after triple after triple after triple, and we're jumping in on a half pipe in a skate park. We're jumped into over a freaking cliff in a quarry. That thing never broke. So for people to say I was unrealistically hard on it, I think that's just off base. Don't give me a 3S battery if the thing really can't handle those speeds. That's part of durability. Like maybe at a 2S all the time, I wouldn't have gotten like 15, 20 feet in the air on a very standard jump. It wasn't, I hit it at a good clip and I got good travel, but I mean, it wasn't like I was jumping a house or something crazy like that, like you might see in one of Redcat's promo videos. There's just no way in hell that would ever really happen. So I think normal use, if you're giving me a 3S, I'm going to pump it. I'm going to go at 3S. I'm going to give her hell. And the kit just didn't stand up. So, if you have it and you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm just trying to be a little more fair. I'm not a little less wishy-washy in my reviews. Give you really good information. That's where the transition of this channel's gone to where the box to ground running videos are now. So you can just see how it is, no Hollywood type videos. And obviously now I'm narrating those. And then you have the final review here where I'm trying to be a little more specific and really give you a final thought at the end rather than kind of saying, oh, it's okay. This is okay. I'm giving this a solid stay away from it for now. Hopefully Redcat will continue to improve their products and not beta test it on the consumer. Paying $400 for something and have them here while the new ones are fixed, that's like a kick in the junk. So if you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, please use the comment section down below. If you like the video or you just like my beard, please take a second to crush that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. It helps new people find the video. It just takes a second. And if you just came across this video and you're new to the channel, you know, we've got at this time well over 30,000 subscribers. We're one of the larger RC channels here on YouTube. So make sure and join the community by subscribing so you can get updated and take part in like subscriber giveaways and all sorts of stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
What's up, everyone? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take a moment to check out some of our most popular playlists, from RC reviews, RC tutorials, some of the most popular RC unboxing videos, and of course some of the most kick-ass running videos you'll find anywhere on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button you'll find right here, and we'll see you again real soon.